Heinrich Hein Severloh, June 23, 1923, January 14, 2006, was a soldier in the German 352nd Infantry Division stationed in Normandy in 1944. He became infamous for a memoir WN62, Erinnerungen in Omaha Beach Normandie, 6. Juni 1944, published in 2000. In the book, the authors claim that as a machine gunner, Severloh inflicted over 1,000 and possibly over 2,000 casualties to the American soldiers landing on Omaha Beach on D-Day. However, Severloh's claim is not viewed as credible by either U.S. or German historians. Total U.S. casualties, killed, wounded, and missing, from all sources along the 5-mile length of Omaha Beach on D-Day are estimated at about 2,400. Early life. Severloh was born into a farming family in Metzingen in the Lüneburg Heath area of North Germany, close to the small city of Celle. Service in the Wehrmacht. Conscripted into the Wehrmacht on July 23, 1942, at the age of 19, Severloh was assigned to the 19th Light Artillery Replacement Division in Hanover. He was then transferred to France in August to join the 3rd Battery of the 321st Artillery Regiment, where he trained as a dispatch rider. In December 1942, he was sent to the Eastern Front and assigned to the rear of his division to drive sleighs. As punishment for making dissenting remarks, he was forced to perform physical exertions which left him with permanent health problems and necessitated 6-month convalescence in hospital. After this, he went on leave to his family's farm to help gather the harvest. In October 1943, Severloh was sent for non-commissioned officer training in Brunswick, but was recalled after less than a month to rejoin his unit, which had been reclassified as the 352nd Infantry Division and was stationed in Normandy. Omaha Beach. Omaha Beach extends for 5 miles, 8 kilometers, from east of Saint-Honorant-des-Perts to west of Vierville-sur-Mer. The beach defenses at Omaha consisted of 8 concrete bunkers containing 75 mm or greater artillery, 35 pillboxes, 18 anti-tank guns, 6 mortar pits, 35 Nebelwerfer, multi-barrel rocket launchers, 85 machine gun nests, 6 tank turrets and supporting infantry. Infantry deployments on the beach consisted of 5 companies concentrated at 15 strongpoints called Widerstandsnest, resistance nests, numbered WN60 in the east to WN74 in the west. Severloh was part of WN62, the largest strongpoint defending Omaha Beach. The American plan of attack divided Omaha Beach into 10 sectors, codenamed Able, Baker, Charlie, Dog Green, Dog White, Dog Red, Easy Green, Easy Red, Fox Green and Fox Red. WN62 at the eastern side of Omaha Beach overlooked both Easy Red and Fox Green sectors. Widerstandsnest 62. WN62 was 332 meters long by 324 meters wide and between 12 and 50 meters above the beach, depending on the distance from the shore, with a good overview of the beach area. On D-Day, June 6, 1944, WN62 was manned by 27 members of the 716th Infantry Division and 13 members of Severloh's 352nd Division, whose task was to direct fire of the 10.5 cm artillery batteries located 5 km inland at Houtville. Defenses included 2 Type H669 concrete casemates, one empty and the other with a 75 mm artillery piece, a 50 mm anti-tank gun, 2 50 mm mortars, a twin-barreled MG-34 7.92 mm machine gun on an anti-aircraft mount and 2 pre-war Polish machine guns. Another 50 mm anti-tank gun covered the rear, and the perimeter was ringed by barbed wire and anti-personnel mines. Severloh was assigned to a senior Lieutenant Bernhard Furking as an orderly. While Furking coordinated the artillery fire of the battery at Houtville from a bunker, Severloh says he manned a MG-42 machine gun, and fired on approaching American troops with the machine gun and 2 Carabiner 98K rifles, while a sergeant whom he did not know, kept him supplied with ammunition from a nearby ammo bunker until 15:30. He claimed to have fired over 13,500 rounds with the machine gun and 400 with the rifles. Interviewed in 2004, he said, "It was definitely at least 1,000 men, most likely more than 2,000. But I do not know how many men I shot. It was awful. Thinking about it makes me want to throw up." Surrender and captivity. Severloh retreated to the nearby village of Colville-sur-Mer, with Kurt Warnecke also from the 352nd and Franz Gockel from the 716th, where he surrendered the next day. His commanding officer, Lieutenant Furking, and most of the other defenders of WN62 were killed at their posts by American troops. Severloh was first sent as a prisoner of war to Boston, United States. In December 1946, he was transferred to Bedfordshire, England as forced labor working on road construction. Severloh was returned to Germany in March 1947 after his father wrote to the British military authorities saying he was needed to work back on the farm. Later life and death. In the 1960s, an American military chaplain, David Silva, who had been wounded by 3 bullets in the chest on Omaha Beach, was contacted by Severloh, who had found his name in the Cornelius Ryan book The Longest Day. They later met several times, including at the 2005 reunion of Allied forces in Normandy. On June 5, 2004, RTL showed a 2-hour documentary in co-production with CBC Radio, Mortal Enemies of Omaha Beach, the story of an unusual friendship, by the filmmaker Alexander Zogala. In 2000, Severloh's memoir, WN62, Erinnerungen in Omaha Beach Normandie, 6. Juni 1944, ghostwritten by Helmut Conrad von Keusgen, was published. Severloh died January 14, 2006 in Lackendorf near his home village of Metzingen, aged 82 years, 6 months and 22 days. Skepticism. The exact number of American casualties on Omaha Beach is unknown. The V Corps history gave figures of 694 dead, 331 missing and 1,349 wounded, a total of 2,374, the highest suffered on any of the D-Day beaches, and most later sources give a higher figure for the dead. Other reputable resources put the total number of casualties at about 4,700. Severloh claims an unrealistically high percentage of the total casualties, and disparages the actions of all other German defenders at Omaha. Furthermore, the total length of Omaha Beach is 5 miles, well beyond the effective range, 2,100 yards, of the German MG-34 or 42 machine gun. Inflicting the number of casualties claimed is not credible, even if only considering the number of men that would have been in range of his gun. The fact that the German World War II military calculated an average of hundreds of bullets were necessary to inflict a single casualty, plus the always limited amount of ammunition available, means Severloh's claim is not plausible. Widerstandsnest 62 today. The remains of Resistance Point 62 lie just east of the Normandy American Cemetery and Memorial and close to the viewing platform. On the top of one casemate is a monument to honor the 5th Engineer Brigade, and further toward the beach is the needle honoring the 1st Infantry Division, the Big Red One.